Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Wednesday, February 11th, 2009. This morning I'd like to highlight a little problem that Object Studio 8.1 has and let you know that one, we have a fix for this in an upcoming release, and two, you can work around it right now. The reason I'm going over this is that it illustrates a problem you may end up having with your own code, not just code that ships as part of the samples in Object Studio. So let me load this bar chart example. I did a separate one as an example the other day to show you how this chart stuff works in Object Studio. So let me just load the example. And once I have the example, I'm going to show you the problem by coming over here and doing an edit on this. And once I hit edit, so once I've got it, I double click here, and this is where I run into problems. Notice I have this unhandled exception and I've got this no modification error. Now let me hit the debugger, because it turns out that in the case of Object Studio this is a fairly serious error for this particular problem. It locks that controller up. So I'm just going to have to quit Object Studio, and I'm going to do it the hard way by just telling it to quit. Now, having done that, let me show you how you can work around that problem. So I'm going to start Object Studio back up again. Now with Object Studio restarted, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bring in Parcel Manager. So I go over down here, I'm going to find Immutability. I don't remember exactly where it is in these suggestions, so I'm going to go to Directories. And in Directories I'm going to select Parcels. Then I'm going to scroll down. And here's Immutability Compatibility. Now I'm going to load that. Now having loaded that, I'm going to go and load the application, sample browser. Now I'm going to bring up the sample browser. Now I'm going to select the chart example. Now I'm going to load that. And now we'll select Edit. We'll double click here. And now you'll see something different happens. Notice it's proceeding. What I'm being told is that I have an immutability problem. I'm trying to modify an immutable object. I can just do this, silently make the object mutable, and proceed, and then it'll work. Now this is not the best way to deal with this problem. In fact, I've already got a fix for the bar chart example in the sample browser from engineering, and that'll ship with the next release of Object Studio. But the reason I went over this is that some of your older applications that you previously wrote, either in older versions of VisualWorks or older versions of Object Studio, you may run into this kind of immutability problem. If you do, and you don't really have time to go back and do the fix right now, you can load the immutability patch and kind of work through it as you go back and backfill. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.